In this video, I'm going to show you how to connect your Outlook to N8N. So the first thing that we would like to do is simply try to have an account in Microsoft Outlook. If you don't have it, all you need to do is just go to outlook.live.com and go and create your account if it's your first time. If you have already an account, you should be good to go. So now we would like to go to N8N and we'll have to go and create a workflow. Let me just go and start from scratch. So as you can see, this will be our workflow. Here, I'm just going to start by creating a trigger. So at the moment, I'm just going to let the trigger manually, which will run the flow on clicking on a button and N8N. And it's good for getting started quickly before trying to understand, or if you don't know exactly what you want to be the trigger in your connection. For me, I'm just going to let it trigger manually at the moment. As you can see, I can come here and click on execute the workflow whenever I want. So now in order to connect it into our Microsoft Outlook, we'll have to go and click on the plus button. We'll need to add an action. What should happen next? Here, I will simply go and look for Outlook. And as you can see, I'll find here Microsoft Outlook. If I go and click on that, normally I'll have a lot of actions to choose from. At the moment, I don't care about which action should I use. Let's just start talking about the connection first, then we can go and get into this action. So you can go and click on whatever you want. For me, as an example, I'm just going to do create a calendar. Why not? So in order to do so, we'll need, as you can see, credentials to connect with, resource, operation, and name. So for the credential, you can go and click on create new credential. And here you'll have to go and connect your account. Here, as you can see, where you'll have to connect your Microsoft account to N8N. So if I go and hit that option, this should open up to me. All I need to do is just go and enter my account information right here. You might say that I'm already connected, an example, to this browser. Why are they telling me to do it again? Sometimes it doesn't get detected, so you'll just have to go and log in again. Of course, one of the other things that might get you confused is some fields that you don't know what they mean, especially if you're new to this. As you can see, you'll find here an option, which is if you need help, as you can see, filling out these fields, you can go and open docs. If you go and click on open docs, here you should find all the fields that you may need to fill anything on this 8N8 or N8N. So as you can see here, you'll be able to find everything that you want. We can keep that into later. So as we said, once we go and click on connect our accounts, this should pop out, and here you should be able to sign in into your account. If you don't have one, you can simply just go and create one right now, and this pop out right away. For me, I'm just going to connect it to my account. Once I click on create, as you can see, this pop out. So this is my account for me. I'm just going to click on it. And as you can see, I don't have to log in at Teams. I'll just have to leave this app, access my stuff, and I'll have to go and click on accept to initiate the connection. So as you can see, connection successful, and this window will close automatically in 5 seconds. You can even close it if you want to. So as you can see now, for me, my account is connected. And once you see like a saved here at the top right corner, so now let me just go and hit the X button. And as you can see, you have other things to fill. As I said, there's here. So now the account we're already connected to, we can go and create some new credentials if you want to connect to multiple accounts. For the resources, since we choose for the action, first let me just go back like one step. And as you can see, I do have this create a calendar. Now, let me just go and delete that. I'm just going to delete that. Let's just go and choose the action because we already connected our Microsoft account to N8N. Of course, if you want to confirm that, you can go back to your mail and you should find, as an example, a recent mail. So yeah, here is it. We just connected it. So new app have access to your data. That means we just connected it. So it means it is connected successfully. Now, the video idea is kind of over, but if you want, as an example, we can go through some other actions or some actions that you will be able to use or to choose from here in N8N. I always miss the name. So as you said, once we go and click on the plus button and we choose here Outlook, we have here some multiple actions that we can do. So for the trigger, at the moment I have when I click on execute workflow. You can change it later, as an example. Maybe you can do every day at an exact hour, go and create a calendar, send a mail. You'll be able to do a lot of things. So we have here some actions about calendar actions. So we have create a calendar, delete a calendar, get a calendar, a lot of things. We have here for contact actions. If you want to create a contact, delete one, and a lot of other stuff that you can check from here. We have draft actions. As you can see, we have event actions, folder actions, like folder message actions, message actions as an example, message attachment actions. And here as an example, we do even have on message receipt. So we can choose to have our Microsoft Outlook as a trigger. So when we receive a message, and then we can go and add an action like, I don't know, create a calendar, create a contact if you want to. It's totally up to you. Create a draft, delete a draft, get a draft. So you have multiple stuff to do. So at the moment, for the execute part, I'm just going to leave it as it is, which is manually. And for the action, let's just go here and choose, why not? Let's just go and let me just do here, create a draft. Why not? So for our account, as we said, we already connected that. We'll be able to change it if you want to anytime. Here for the resources example, for us, we choose draft. For the operation, we choose create, of course, we can change it from here. And here we can go and choose the subjects or of our basically draft. This fields right here will change depending on which resource and which operation you choose. If you choose a calendar, this will change, as you can see. If you choose contact, this will change. So the fields below will be different from any resource and operation you choose. Since I choose draft, I'll have to enter just subjects and message. So let me just go here and do for subjects, I'm just going to do test. And for the message, I'm just going to do just testing and automation. Why not? Of course, you can go and add some other fields like attachments, some recipients from, and a lot of other stuff. But for me, it's not important at the moment. You can go to the settings and you can always, as an example, output data if you want to. If you wanted to execute once, you will be able to do so. If you wanted to try on fail, you will be able to do so. If you want to add any notes, also you will be able to do so. Then you can go and click on execute step at the top right corner. Once you go and click on that, you'll be able to see here the inputs as example and also the output. If you find the check button, make sure to check everything is good. If something looks not normal, make sure to go and find out where the problem is. But normally with this automation, it's very simple, just creating a draft. You should not find any problem. And if you find any problem, you don't know how to solve it, you can always use this assistance that they have here. As you can see here, they have an AI assistant that can help you throughout your automation journey. So yeah, at the moment, as you can see, it's all good for me. The automation is working. I showed you how to connect like Microsoft Outlook into your N8N. And also you will be able to add a lot of things. Once you get used to this N8N, you will be able to create multiple stuff, multiple automations with some easy triggers and actions and stuff like that. Once you finish, as we said, since we choose to execute it manually, you can go here and choose execute workflow. And as you can see, you'll find workflow executed successfully. If you want to check if it's working, you can always go here and you will be able to go to your drafts and check if your drafts is what you did. As you can see, just testing on automation. Let me just go and delete those two. And let's just execute it one more time to see if it will create another one. So successfully, you can come back here. And as you can see, a new one created. So that should be it for me in this video. Thank you for watching and goodbye.